Good evening, everyone. I'm Barry. I'm from Mitosu Crafts, and welcome to another Simple Stamping Sunday. We'll just hang on a moment to see whether or not a few people, once they get a notification, come and join us. So, yes, hope you've all had a lovely Christmas. For anyone who's going to be watching this on the replay, obviously it's the 30th of December, so New Year's Eve tomorrow, and yeah, and then we're into a new year. I don't know where this year has gone. I'll just keep looking out. I'm just waiting for the cat to come and join me. He normally joins me every single time, and we will see whether or not he decides to jump up in a moment. He's nowhere to be seen. So let's see whether or not we can get through this week without him flustering me and putting me off, and yeah, going crazy. Alright, so we are going to crack on. I'm going to be using this new stamp set here. It's the Forever Lovely stamp set. It's new with the in the new Spring Summer catalogue. Let's bring that in a little bit closer for you to have a little look at. And then the end with the celebration launching on the 3rd of January. So that's coming up nice and soon. So we're going to be using that. This stamp set also coordinates lovely with the Lovely Flowers edge-lit dies here. We've got some beautiful cuts. We're using this in our next class actually coming up very soon. So we've got some really nice dies in here. And if I've got time, I'm going to show you something with these as well. So, but we're just going to focus on the simple stamping to start off with. So yeah, so this stamp set here and the dies are available to purchase from us from the 3rd of January onwards, as soon as the celebration promotion starts. The stamp set is priced in at £20. The dies are priced in at £30, but together they are bundled together at £45, so you actually save 10% on that, and which brings it down to £45 for the two, which is perfect because during celebration, when you spend £45 or more, you get to choose a free item out of the celebration brochure. I can't show you that just yet, but I can tell you there's some gorgeous stuff in there. So it's yeah, you're in for a treat. So oh, I can see comments now. Hi Shelley, how are you? So yeah, it's a lovely stamp set, isn't it? It's really nice. So I look forward to see what you do with it. So yes, so that's that. So yeah, so order these from us from the 3rd of January, £45 for the two, and you would also be able to choose a free item as well out of the catalogue. Anyone who orders from us as well, between now and obviously, well, whenever, we will send you a catalogue free of charge as well, the new Spring Summer catalogue. So if you want a catalogue and you place an order, we'll quite happily pop one in the post to you free of charge, which is not a problem. But if you would like a catalogue anyway, contact us and we'll let you know how you can get hold of one. And that's for all of our customers, and that's not just for the UK, that's for UK, I'm going to get this right this week, UK, France, Germany, Netherlands and Austria. See, I remembered it at 5 just because I've got it written down. You see, I've got all my notes. Jay's given me some notes this week, so, so I don't get myself confused. So yeah, so if you live in UK, France, Germany, Netherlands and Austria, we can ship, you can buy from us in any of those countries. Which is great. So if you want one of those, obviously the catalogue will be in English, but if that's not a problem for you, but you can order a catalogue in your own language as well. But we'd tell you how to get hold of that if you're interested. But if you want a free one from us, it will be in English. So that's great. So let's crack on with this. So we are going to be, as I said, we're going to be using the Forever Lovely stamp set. We're just going to be using just a couple of stamps here. We're going to be using this flower here. We're going to be using this sentiment right here, "You are loved," and we're going to be using this little leaf right here. And this is really simple. It's you can't get much simpler than this really, but that's the whole idea of this little series, is simple stamping. Sometimes you just want to just a simple card, don't want nothing too fancy. And that's it. And what we're going to be using as well, so we've got these nice little ink spots here, which we've inked up ourselves, which are perfect for these ones as well. It's because they're small, but it doesn't matter. You can use any of them if you haven't got these. Any ink pad will be fine. Little tip though, if you are using one of the bigger ink pads like this, they may be a little bit juicy, so you might want a dauber as well, which will come in very handy because it would just take some of the juiciness away. But so I'm going to be using both here. So I'm going to be using the, let's get this focused, might keep some focus and going funny. There we go. So I'm going to be using the Melon Mambo and the Granny Apple Green ink, as well as the Tuxedo black ink here as well. And that's it. So what I'm going to do, keep this nice and simple. Okay, I'm using my Stampin mat this week. I don't know if you watched my one last week, I used the same stamp set. I didn't use my Stampin mat and I messed up on the first stamp. That's because it's a photopolymer and I'm working on a hard surface. So I've actually got my stamping mat here as well for me, which just helps you with that. Should hopefully give you a good impression first time. Okay, now these are also what they call the new distinctive stamps as well, so they've kind of got a bit of a pattern inside. So I'm going to give this a good old inking up. Okay, this isn't a juicy spot. This is quite nice and dry actually, or dryish. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp that like that. Give that a little bit of pressure there, and we're going to come off. And can you see there what I mean? If I bring that up there, you can see what is distinctive there. Okay, it's got slight different shades in there, like so. All right, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink that one up again. Can't actually see who else is watching, if anyone else is watching. Hello if you are. Jay's on the other side. He's doing all of the comments for me, which is good. All right, so I'm just inking it up for a second time, and I'm going to come over and I'm just going to slightly overlap. And oh, sorry, I just put my head right in the way. Then sorry. I'm just going to slightly overlap, and I'm going to pop that one right there. And I'm going to do the next one. Let's stand up so I don't put my head in the way. And I'll pop that one like that, like so. Alright, so that's the Melon Mambo part of it done. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my Granny Apple Green ink pad. Okay. I'll do that again, I'll do that a bit aside. These are obviously the new style ink pads which we've got here, so anyone who's new to them or has brought these and is struggling to open them, I'm just going to show you. You've got like a little notch right here. You just literally want to just flick that up, over you go, and then slide it back in place, and that's all you need to do to open these new style ink pads. Alright, I'm going to take a dauber for this one here as well. Dauber, tomato. Alright, and I'm gonna, if I do it this way and I ink up, I'll do it on the actually I'll do it on a bit of Whisper White. So if I do it this way, you can see it's quite in there. It's quite juicy, so I haven't got the detail which I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my dauber and I'm going to dab this on. Okay, and that just distributes the ink over this just a little bit more evenly. It's not as wet, so when I stamp, maybe it's because it was just a little bit. Let's do that again. Oh, it's typical. When you do it live, it doesn't work, does it? I've done 2 cards using this before. Just clean them off. That's it. Clean stamp. And now I'll ink it up. There was too much ink on there. Okay, bring that in. You can see there from the very first one which I've done to obviously the last one which I've done, there's just a little bit of detail in there. As that ink dries, obviously it will become a little bit better as well. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to now do this 5 times on my ink. So I'm just going to ink this up. And I'm going to pop one there. Let's ink that up again. See, it's working when it matters. It's working when it's on the actual project itself. And the final one, I'm just going to pop up the top like that right there. So just close it up again. That's it. So let that give time to focus up a little bit. There you go. So can you see there I've got the detail with these distinctive ink stamp sets like that. Alright. So that's how that is. And that's that, again, that's pretty much as simple as this one gets. Now, so I'm just going to take this the Tuxedo Black here. I've got the You Are Loved stamp here. I'm just going to ink that up good and nicely here. That's it. And I'm just going to position that. Just going to come up again, get this straight. Down there, hold it in for a second or two. And job's done. And just give that a fold. And there we go. We have a very simple card. Bring that up again so that focuses. There we go. Very simple card there. Get rid of the hairs. Which using that stamp set. Now obviously what you can do to take this to another level is that it has the dies. Okay, so this is ideal for your beginner crafters. Okay, so if you just want one stamp set, couple of inks and some note cards, you can make some beautiful cards just with just the one set and nothing too fancy. But if you're a bit more into your crafting, or you want to take your crafting to another level, you've got the dies, which will then stamp and then cut out all of these individual flowers and leaves, like so. Alright, so it just takes it to a totally different area. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now quickly then is I'm just going to do another card, doing exactly the same setup really, but obviously what I've done is I've already got them pre-cut. But for you who don't know what it is, I'm going to show you quickly. Alright, so we will take the same stamp. So those of you who don't know what die cutting is potentially, or have heard it, don't know what, and not really seen what it is, you just stamp as you would do, like that. I'm going to do that again. I'm just going to clean that stamp for a moment. This is a Stampin' scrub if you're wondering what it is here. Okay, it's wet one side with a little bit of mist, and you dry it the other side and it just cleans that stamp up nicely. So let's try that one again. So I'm just gonna we will stamp that down. Okay, and then we will have the leaf again on the opposite side. And I've probably still got enough ink left in this dauber, actually, probably. That's it. And I'll do it on the back side. I'll do that here. Alright, so let me just show you quickly. Now I'm just going to do the two. Let's bring the big shot in here. Okay. And with these here, so where did I put the dies? There we go. So we will take the dies. I should have thought about this beforehand. Try and find out where it is. There it is. That's in line. So the position around it. And all I'm doing is just running it through the machine. Okay. And it cuts it out. And I've got myself a nice flower. Alright. And the same as well, because it's got a die for the leaf as well. I will just position that and we go back. And that one there, that one die, has now cut out that leaf there. Alright, so I'm not going to do them all, but that's what that is. Again, if any of you new crafters out there don't exactly know what I'm doing, please contact us. Ask us any questions you want. No question too silly, big or small. Any questions, just ask away. If you don't anything you don't understand what I'm showing you, just ask, and we will happily tell you what we've done or what you can do next. Alright, so I'm going to take a bit of cardstock here, now a whisper white paper. Now this is measured at 9 by 13 centimeters, so 9 across, 13 centimeters down, like that. And I'm going to take the things. Now I'm going to do it's actually the same layout as what I did before with the other one, so they would just be laid up around here. I'm going to try and think about where I want it to start off with, but I'm going to stamp my sentiment first before I put anything on dimensionals, because if I put it on dimensionals it might be a little bit harder for me to do that. So I'm just going to ink that up in tuxedo black. Going to come in again, and I'm going to bring that down here a little bit so I can see. I think I'm a little bit wonky, but never mind. Okay, so that's where my sentiment's going to go. Now I'm going to put the first one down, I reckon, with a bit of glue. And we'll stick that one right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in some dimensionals here for the next ones. Okay, so these are just 3D foam pads, and we will stick a couple of these on the back. I can't actually for some reason see anyone who's watching tonight or any comments at all for some reason, so I'm sure Jay's on it if there are any comments, but thank you for watching if you're there. I don't know who's joining us. Let's have a little look. Oh, there's a lot of you watching, sorry. Hi everybody. So that's it. So I'm going to stick this one around there. And we'll do the same with the next one here. one will go in around about there. Now again, with these little leaves which we've cut, a little bit of glue on the back, and we can just stick those in. Just underneath everything here. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. It was been and gone far too quickly, but it was still fun. We had a lovely time. We spent it over my sister's this year, which was good. Put that one there. New Year, we're having quite a low-key one as well. I've got my parents coming over tomorrow night, and Mum might be watching actually. Hi Mum, if you are. See you tomorrow night. So yeah, it's a bit of a low-key evening. Stick that final one in there. And I've got the other one which I did. Will that work? No, it might be a little bit too much if it goes in there. I'm going to leave that sick one. And that's that. So you can see I've done that one there now. So I've done exactly the same, but I've added, so everything's now been cut out. It's added a little bit of dimension to the card. You can see that there. It's added a little bit of something different to it. And then what I'm going to do is I brought in some Melon Mambo cardstock here. Now this is cut at 14.5 centimeters this way and 21 centimeters that way. So it's pretty much the width of an A4 piece of card, cut at 14.5 centimeters and scored at 10.5 centimeters down here. Then that will give you your A6. Me and Jay cut our cards slightly differently. We cut it in the official size, I suppose, is 14.9 centimeters, but it was getting complicated. It was just getting awkward, so we just simplified it. 14.5 is easier in class. We found it was just easier to say to everyone 14.5. Everyone seemed to know where 14.5 was. As soon as we said 14.9, it seemed to scare a lot of people. So we simplified it. 14.5 by 21 centimeters, score at 10.5. Nice and simple. All right, so we will do that. Yeah, I'm going to stick that down with glue. That's it. And we'll do some glue around the outside here. See, and the great thing with Stampin' Up is that we have coordinating colours. So the ink which I've used for the flowers is the same colour as the card base, so everything coordinates perfectly. Alright, so that's that there. And that there is another card, which isn't, it is still a simple card, but you need a few more, you need some more gadgets. So if you're a casual crafter or an avid crafter and you've got this, and then you quite easily make this stuff here, but you don't need it, you can quite easily make the same card right here with just stamps, ink and paper. If you wanted to do, you could do exactly the same this on this card on the paper, cut it down to size if you had a trimmer, and use a coloured cardstock, and you can still achieve it exactly the same. So the same cards there done twice, one with less materials which we've used. So they are our two, well, simple stamping here, slightly more casual crafting, a little bit more right here. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that. So remember, obviously, if you like any of this stuff and you want to purchase any of this from us, you can do as from the 3rd of January, this particular stamp set. Obviously, you can purchase anything from us right now if you wanted to, but obviously these stamp sets aren't available from us just yet. It's when celebration starts on the 3rd of January. If you do shop with us tonight or tomorrow, our December reward code is SA37SG2Q. Remember to use that if you do shop with us, and then what we will do is we will pop you a little thank you card. Well, you get a thank you card from us anyway, but we'll pop a little extra something in the post as well, just to say thank you, and for shopping with us with that one there. Obviously, you can join our team, so anyone who wants to join us, you can do. So again, if you UK, France, Netherlands, Austria, and Germany, anyone in those countries can join our team, and what you would also do is you will get a 20% discount off all your future purchases for a minimum of at least like 3 to 6 months. And yeah, and obviously if you join during celebration, you will also get some great bargains. There's a massive bonus. We will talk more about that very soon. So if you are thinking of joining, at least I would maybe think about now. We're holding off until the 3rd of January. Contact us and we will go through it and tell you what you need to do, because there's a huge bonus for you if you join us during celebration. Remember, anyone who's local to us, we have got our classes every 2nd Tuesday of the month and every 4th Tuesday of the month. 2nd Tuesday of the month we do it in the morning from 10 till 12, and the 4th Tuesday of every month we do it in the evening from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. and that's in Chinham Church in Basingstoke. So if you're local, or even if you're not local and you want to travel a little bit further afield and come and join us, please do. Obviously, just send us an email beforehand, and we will book you a space. So, and just one more thing to remind you about: year-end closeout sale. Some great bargains as well to be had on the closeout sale, and that's on until the 2nd of January. So if you want to grab yourself some bargains quickly, if you've got some little Christmas pennies you want to spend, then you might be able to grab yourself a bargain in the closeout sale. Everything can be found over on our blog, links to our shop, links to previous projects. Everything can be found on there. And that's it. So here's another closer look at the 2 cards which we've made here today. That's the one. Let's bring those up a little bit closer for you. That's it. The 2 cards. Got on the way again, like that. Okay, and that's another Simple Stamping Sunday done for this week. Have a lovely New Year tomorrow night, New Year's Eve. Celebrate, do whatever you're doing, and have a great one. And I will look forward to, or me and Jay will look forward to seeing you or speaking to you in the new year. We'll be back again next Sunday at 7 o'clock for another edition of this. So we wish you all a happy new year, and we will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.